I feel like I want to just start off by saying today has been one of those days. Ms. Legalista here, aka Attorney Sheila. Thank you for joining. We are going to be looking at the decertification hearing that took place on March 24th for several of the Memphis police officers who were involved in the Tyre Nichols death that occurred back in January of this year. You guys, just to let you know, the Tennessee State Department, this post Peace Officers Standards and Training Commission, they tried to take me out, but I'm here for you. I am definitely here. I'm going to explain it all right now. Yeah. Let me give you just a little bit of a background here. 20 seconds if I can. First of all, there was an informal hearing on March 23rd. You guys can check out my previous video that talks about that. That's when the Memphis Police Department presented its information to support these decertification requests for these police officers. In other words, the police department got up and said, hey, here's what they did wrong. Here's why we think they should be decertified. What do you think? And they voted and said, hey, yeah, well, they aren't here. We're going to go with this default order against them. On March 24th, there was supposed to be another hearing, and there was, except for one thing. When I went to the website to go look at the hearing, guess what wasn't there? The hearing. I then had to email. Well, you know what? Let me stop. Let me just take you directly to the site. This is the website that I'm talking about here. This is the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance. Now, you guys keep in mind, state of Tennessee. So this Peace Officer Training Standards and Training Commission here, they cover decertification requests for all across the state of Tennessee, not just Memphis. So when they put together their orders and agendas and all this stuff you see over here, well, it's for a whole bunch of police departments sometimes. Well, let me take you down to March 23rd, because here's where the story starts for me. I want you to go back and take a look at that hearing that I did. It covers everything from beginning to end for each one of these officers. If you want to get a better understanding of what those decertification hearings looked like. So I watched this one on the 23rd. Okay, it was great. It has right here, watch. When I came back to watch this one, guess what wasn't here? This is why I said they were trying to take me out. This was not here, you guys. This was not here. I don't know how else to tell you this. I don't know what was going on. Let me put it to you this way. This is a government agency. A government agency. When I went back to look at the 24th, not only was the 24th not there, the 23rd, that hearing wasn't there either. So I couldn't go back and click on watch. Thankfully, I had saved the link. So I still had the link and I could just put in my link in the search bar and go to the hearing. But you could not go to this website and click on watch because it was gone. Well, let me tell you about what I did once I saw that that had taken place. So let me go back over here so you can see this page again, because I want to show you exactly what happened next. So when I got to this page and realized I was not going to be able to bring you the information from the 24th because this watch part wasn't here. If you scroll back up here to the top, there's this little contact right here. I clicked on that and emailed whoever appeared at the other end of that and said, hey, I'd like to have the link for the 24th hearing. And they were awesome. They were great. You guys responded immediately to my needs. I love it when people do that because, you know, a lot of times people are working. You never know when they're going to be able to get back to you. So I was so thankful that they were able to do that. But guess what? Now they're both here. So not only do I have the link that they sent me in the email, guess what reappeared? The 23rd appeared and the 24th is now here. So I don't know. Maybe they needed to update some things. I don't know what was going on, but we're going to go on over to this watch hearing so you can see. You guys, I don't even think it was 2 minutes. When you cut out part of it, it was not even 2 minutes that it took them to decertify these officers. It was like, if you blinked or you went to the restroom and you came back, you missed it. Trust me, I spent more time trying to search for this part of the decertification hearing than it took me to actually watch that part of the decertification hearing. So let's go to it.
let's see, the Memphis Police Department, Demetrius Haley and Emmitt Martin, Justin Smith, and let's see, that is all three of those default orders based on being terminated for violation of department policies and procedures. With regard to Desmond A. Mills, there is a surrender order. So he has voluntarily surrendered his post commission. And in the issue of the Tennessee Department of Safety and William A. Matsunaga, he had come requesting a settlement, and the informal committee recommended to go ahead and proceed with the hearing coming up in May.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, any discussion or questions on yesterday's informal hearings?
Just one point that just for clarification, with the rules we work with, those that we certified were for disciplinary as a terminology.
Yes, sir. Thank you, General Secretary. Any other discussion?
And it should be noted, too, that anybody who has the recommendation for decertification by the informal committee, if it's approved in the post-commission meeting, they will then receive communication from post stating that they have 30 days to request that to go in front of the full commission. I just wanted to make that clear so that they don't lose the ability to come in front of the full body of commissioners.
Thank you. Any other discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Commissioner Wright, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Commissioner Spangler, second.
Commissioner Spangler, second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you.
So there you have it. It really did not take that long at all. So remember, you had three of the officers who were receiving these default orders of decertification. They will have an opportunity to appeal. So they can appeal that. We don't know if this is over yet. When will it be over? When will this part of it be over? And then, of course, as you saw, Desmond Mills had his surrender accepted. I want to go over to the paperwork so that you can actually take a look at this. Well, as soon as I clicked on that, my audio went haywire again. So I decided to just re-record the audio over my phone while I'm watching this. So what you're seeing here is we're back to the post website here. Right now, I'm just showing you where you go if you want to get this information, this report that I'm going to go over. So you go to the website and then to this part where it says decisions, and you click on that. And then we can actually bring up this part that shows you the actual decisions that were made. And again, this is just me sitting here looking. Okay, so I open this back up, and now you can see here, again, this is the Peace Officers Standards and Training Commission informal hearing from the 23rd. This was the agenda. This was the actual paperwork that they had. You see everyone listed there: Demetrius Haley, Emmitt Martin, Desmond Mills, Justin Smith, and Dwayne Smith. Now remember, Dwayne Smith is the one who retired one day before his hearing. And if you just listened to that hearing, you heard that he was not a part of this decertification process, and that they accepted the surrender of Desmond Mills' license. So let me scroll on down, hopefully, so that I can show you what these actually look like once they fill out the paperwork. So here you have Demetrius Haley, and it says Memphis Police Department, Haley Demetrius J. Mr. Haley was submitted for decertification based on his termination for violating department policy. Then you have the motion to approve, disapprove, and that motion was placed by Commissioner Wright. The second was by Commissioner Isbell, and you had recommendation to the full commission, default order of decertification. And then you see there. So that is the same thing they did for all of them. You see it for Emmitt Smith. You see it for Desmond Mills is a little different because it says Mr. Mills was submitted for decertification based on his termination for violating department policy. But then it says remarks, signed, agreed order of surrender. So there's an order of surrender, and the commission agreed to accept his surrender. Then on the next page, you'll see Justin Smith at the top, same thing, default order of decertification. And then further down there, you see Dwayne Smith, And that's the one that says needs to be notified and placed on a future agenda, because it says the Memphis Police Department requests to address the commission concerning that decertification request. They have not been in front of the commission to actually make the request for decertification. And you get to see this paperwork filled out now for the Peace Officers Standard and Training Commission. So as you saw when you were watching that hearing, there was no one there who was saying anything about having any questions about documentation or about the decertification request. And that's basically what I'm talking about here. I'm just blabbering at this point because I can't believe I totally messed up this audio. I'm not sure what's going on with my new microphone, but I'm totally not happy. We will see how this goes. But don't forget to like the video if that gave you some of the information that you needed to keep up to speed with what's going on in this case. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss anything in the future. Mwah. Peace.